Okay. Hi, you guys. So I am back. I know if you guys haven't seen the video that I done before when I was talking about night walking, please look down there and check it out. That was the reason why I came out here. But I also knew that I needed to make a video like this, so I had to disconnect and come back while I had some time to talk, and it was no interruptions, y'all, because that is very rare. First of all, let me start off by saying, I got my nails done at a salon, y'all. It's supposed to be this gel tip. Y'all see this? Do you see this? This stuff has been peeling off of my fingers, and I got it done to get it. I went back because it was all straight pink like this, and that started peeling. So I went to the people, and they're like, okay, but they were gonna take so long to redo my nails and just to put another different color gel coat on my nails. I told them, no, just give me a color that's close to it. Give me that pink glitter instead of the regular glitter that you got in your hand. Give me the pink glitter and fix these 3 nails and I'll be done, right? So they do that. Lo and behold, they start peeling too within the second day. So I'm like, you know what? That was some money wasted. I felt really some type of way, especially because I was getting basic nails for that week. And I was like, I'm not going over the top for no nails. First of all, I haven't been going too over the top for nails because I got other things to do. And God has really been having me on this, like pushing me to the max. And so this is what I wanted to get on, okay? There's so many people coming around all of a sudden, y'all. That's just how the enemy trying to do. So, I told y'all about how a person that I know from my past that came back, and I had asked God, like, who sent him? Like, who sent you? Because, I had already prayed to God, like, please let me not go into contact with this person, because it was hard for me to release the person after. It didn't seem like a big deal while I was with that person, but when I had asked God to cleanse me of all the people that I had been around, all the people that I've been with that had no purpose for me, I didn't want to have any wounds, and we were kind of close. So I did that, right? Um, and so once it started getting clearer, I noticed that I noticed that I don't know, things were turning good. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all the main reason why I had asked God to, especially this person, to clear me. You know what? And I still can put 2 more on my counting schedule. So that's 11. Okay? And so I asked um I just got to remove it, remove the obstacles that I used to have so that I can embrace what is being placed onto me, right? And so, it took a minute. It took a minute. And honestly, I still felt like this person was in my side. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I keep stopping about why I didn't tell y'all. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is witchcraft at its finest. I know y'all like, well, you could have just lost your memory. No, if this goes on and on, that's what it is. Okay. So when I first started dating this person, he was already going through this process of being divorced. The lady came to me because I didn't want to have nothing to do with this person. When they first, was trying to date me, they didn't tell me anything about it. But after we went on, I want to say the 3rd date, and he got more interested in me, he began to tell me what was going on. So after that, I was just like, dang, you should have told me that from the beginning. But, after this, I don't want to have anything to do with you. Okay? Boom. Because I don't want to be a mess. So, the person that he was with, they still hadn't gotten a divorce, but they were separated. So she came, she was like, she didn't want anything. She told me, like, you don't have to worry about me. I don't have, anything towards him, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Okay. And so I was like, I still don't care. Like, that's how I felt. Like, I still don't care because people just lie. So, but we ended up starting to talk like after, I want to say about 6 months we started. And lo and behold, feelings started to change. So I was just like, okay, let me move away. Let me get my space. But I remember I had moved away, got in a whole nother relationship. Y'all know I was married, whatever. So this person, this person's wife, spouse came and, called me, told me I can have him, all this other kind of stuff. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't even remember who she was. I didn't even remember him to the thing, until she told me. And I'm like, what? Like, I haven't seen this person. I'm not talking to this person in about 5-7 years. My life has moved on. I didn't say nothing, y'all. Like, nothing to the extent like, oh, I want this person. None of that. And so, long story short, after I had that phone call and that discussion with that person, I should have called that person. I should have called him then and told him what happened. Like, look, you need to check this. I don't know what's going on. But at this moment, I did not care because I was living my life. Some things you just don't need to address, especially when you're living your life. You're in a whole different state. You're not even worried about none that they got on. You pray for the best, you tell them, and you keep on moving. Well, I want to say the next week, y'all. The next week, tell me why, y'all, I was having all types of hell in my house. All types of hell. Like, curtains was moving, all kind of stuff. If y'all seen Kevin A. LA Union, how he was talking about how he was shriveled up and he couldn't eat, he couldn't move, all that other stuff. This is what was happening to me. And I literally, because at that time I was getting more involved in Christ. I still went to church. I still was, like, when I say I was involved, I was, on the mission. I was a secretary, and then I was also teaching mission. And so I was literally, because I already thought in my head, I had made that as at a young age that I was going to be going in this direction. Made a sound, conscious decision, no matter what, just go in that direction. Even if my lifestyle change, if I have a different job, if I, go with somebody else and there's somebody that I don't know, I still want to have that anchor in God. All right. And so that's what I was doing, y'all. So this person was literally sending things like to stand and just like shake. And I've already had this as a young person. I've dealt with a lot of things that will probably scare some people, and I've been very fortunate to have relatives that understand the spiritual realm, both good and bad. Okay. That's what I'll say. But to not be afraid of it and how to combat against it. So when this was happening, I was just like, what? Like, what is this? Like, nah, it can't be happening. So I let it happen a little bit more, and that's when I began to fight. But when the times when I didn't, because I didn't think, after a while, once I started fighting for a little bit, the enemy just came at a different angle, okay? And it was tapping on my finances. When I saw this, I didn't understand it until I was flat broke. But let me tell y'all, because I don't want to go deep into that either. What I want to tell y'all is that what I saw during the attacks, okay, that put everything together, because it's going somewhere. Now, some people, if somebody is attacking you, if it's not a spirit that's been sent to you, somebody can do it by using the astral plane, right? And some people will do spells or incantations or majestic spells. That's what I'll say, majestic spells. And what they will do is to make themselves invisible as if they are clear, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all this so y'all won't be thinking, oh, this person is nuts, okay? This is how you gonna know. Okay? Some people can say things and they can be right in the room looking dead at you, and you don't see them, unless you got other eyes to see, okay? And so they will say these little spells, and like, they will be literally clear. You can see a shadow. You can see things moving, but you don't see a shadow. You don't see anything. It's almost like a clear. When I say clear, like it's a outline. Like how you see on TV. What's that? Was it Casper that they made with the little? And that's how it'll be, right? And so, that's what I saw, and I was like, oh no, please don't tell me somebody done wobbled me, like they done did it. So I started praying, right? Tell me why. I'm like, God, who is this? I see the woman's whole face. I'm like, And how I saw it, I was like, how do I know this person? I started praying. God reminded me of that woman. And then I was like, okay, no, I'm tripping. The next day, same thing happened. It happened, the first time it happened at 2:15. The other time it was 2:40. This person just came out and was just like, I had this dream. And it was literally feeling like when I got up, like somebody was poking me, like, bow, bow, bow. And I was like, oh, and I had to start praying like, oh, no. When I got up, tell me why. The Holy Spirit, I didn't see nothing. The Holy Spirit told me it was that person. Okay? And I hadn't seen that person. I hadn't seen that woman. I hadn't thought about them in years. Like I said, I was in a whole different relationship, And so I'm like, why is this person doing this? Why? Okay? Why? I literally told you, you want this person, I didn't want to interrupt anything. You told me to go ahead and go. And then after that, I'm not even with the person. Y'all, like, last that I know, y'all are still together. Okay? Y'all, but I went through a phase, and it was just literally like, if I could explain it, it all started bringing sense because God brought it to my remembrance later. The stuff that I was going through. I couldn't get a job, y'all. It was I told y'all seen through this whole thing, 200 jobs. People will hire me, and then when I get there, they wouldn't even have a reason. They wouldn't even have a reason to say that they couldn't hire me. And people were like, oh, that's discrimination. That's this, that's that. I would have interviews. The interviews I would have, they'd be like, oh, you doing great. We're going to schedule you for the next one. All of a sudden, it disappeared. Okay? And so I went through that, like, for some time. And not only that, there was people on my journey, y'all, there was people who actually saw what was going on, saw who did it. And a lot of people stepped back, but some other people was trying to, because if you can see, some people are wicked. Some people can see stuff and can take your gifts. And that's exactly what they tried to do. That's exactly not what they tried. That's exactly what they did. I just had to reclaim stuff back. And while I was sinking down, they was going do, 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 do. Like, you have to pray. So you have to pray and get into it. You have to stay closer to God, because people will do that. You'll be in rags clothes. You'll be trying to go from one job to the next, having bills you can't pay. Like, they will, listen, people who are wicked like this will do this. This is why you don't see everybody who, you don't think that everybody that's on the street done did some crazy stuff. We seeing this more than ever, especially when people are manifesting and stuff. You seeing people stealing people's destiny, stealing their greatness, stealing everything that they have because they want to be covetousness. They full of covetousness, and they want to just take things so without working on it and saying, God, I want this. There's nothing wrong with saying, I see this and I see that they like it. I want this. No, I want theirs. And people are like that. Well, we all are like that at sometimes. You just have to guide yourself. Most of us say, hey, that's not right. I need to work on this, or maybe I shouldn't have it because I don't think that it's worth it working for it. So I'm okay. Let me get something closer to it. No. These grizzlies will try to take everything from you. And so, yeah, that's what was going on. So I was just like, okay. So as soon as I got rid of it, like I said, it took years to get this person out of my system, y'all. And I asked God why. I literally, like, God, why can't I let this person out of, like, it's almost like I was connected to him. Like on the side of me. Like, I can't even explain it. And this person, the guy, he always tried to keep in contact with me. I would keep things very short. I didn't even understand how he even got my new phone number, but I kept things very short, and I stayed away, and I stayed far away because I was like, and I had also talked to God about that because I still felt uneasy anyway, because you don't want to go into a situation even when somebody's separated. I've never wanted to be in any of those kind of situations. So just to be in it after not wanting to be in it and then taking somebody else's word and having that experience, I never, ever, like I said, want to be I can't stand indecisiveness, even though I get indecisive, but my indecisiveness is usually from, for the most part, something spiritual that just happened at attack. So, I was literally dealing with that, y'all. When I say I was dealing with that, I was dealing with that. So fast forward, I ended up, I don't even know how he ended up getting my contact number this time. Oh no, he found me on Indeed. Found me on Indeed because I got everything off of Facebook. I had to get a new Facebook, like, I want to say after 2012, because I got locked out of my Facebook. And that's what happened. I got locked out. And so he was he was still trying to find me or whatever. Yeah, we ended up talking. Ended up seeing each other or whatever, and I noticed that this person, which was his ex, it was more attacks than ever. I had got to the point, I'm like, are you connected to her? Like, what is going on? Like, I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that. And so, and I had already, like I said, I already had made peace with God. Like, if this, and I talked to God, like, if this turns into a relationship, let it be by God. But if it's not by you, even a friendship, I don't want it. After what I've been through, I do not want to be connected. I understand the power of connection. I don't want to be connected to nobody who is not for me. And I know that God even uses the enemy's camp to bless you. So I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if that is not for me, it's not going to benefit and give glory to God and help me get to the place that I need to be, I don't want it. I don't want it. Like, this world is fake anyway. I don't freaking want it. I'd rather have my peace, for real. And so, they still sitting out. And so, oh, I found another one. 3. That's 1, 2. That's 3 right there. 4. See more homeless people come out. I probably should have sat right here anyway and just started counting. But this is the spot. This is the spot. This is the safe spot. So you'll be able to see everybody. What else I have to say? What was I about to say? Oh yeah, so I had asked, I told God, like, I don't want it. I don't want it. I want who's for me. And that's it. Yeah, this guy looked definitely out of pocket, but he could be homeless too. Excuse me. He probably live in the condos. Yeah, for certain. Most likely he going to the condos, but we're gonna see. If he not, then he the cops. Look, if he not, then he the cops. Nobody comes out here dressed like that. Not even the people who work and go to the condos. He ain't got no food. He don't got nothing. He don't got no food. He don't got nothing, y'all. When I say nothing, he don't have nothing. So I'm just gonna sit here and watch. When you see stuff like that, you need to watch your areas and watch what's going on too, because there's a lot of people that come from out of town that's not from Fort Wayne. They come out and they'll be like from Michigan, and they'll come out. I don't understand, because there's a lot of people in freaking Michigan that need help way more than us, But they'll be out here doing their thing. So want to see. And he didn't look like he was drunk. He probably came from O'Reilly's though. Let's pray he went to he definitely ain't from the condos. No, baby, he ain't from the condos because he didn't go into the condo entrance. You gotta watch out here. So y'all give me a minute. They go to Gossett. Y'all, Fort Wayne was a doggone culture shock for me because I had never seen people who was in real goth who was really like into like chanting and doing spells in the middle of the night, like in public. Like I've never seen it in public, y'all. Never. Oh yeah, he is from there. He done got lost. He think he can go into the other door. That's what happened. So he from the condos. Like, baby, you even the condos or you them Urples, you them peoples. We got 2 more. Yep. When they got the book bag on, got the lean overs, guaranteed that they don't have a place to sleep. Girl, they is out here taking photos at night. That needs to be, you know what? And I don't even have that discipline. That's what I need. She done changed from a whole goth outfit to a whole pageant dress, y'all. Not lying. Two more. They look like they've been out on the street for a minute. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 plus 5, 13. Okay. I'm going to switch on over here so y'all won't think that I'm tripping. But if y'all don't know, look on a... Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. I can't see. I forgot. I forgot, y'all. My thing was messed up. So I'm going to try to do it this way. Y'all see one? Okay. Oh, there go 2. Yep, there go 2. There she go. So I had to show y'all this way because I forget that this device on the other side of the camera, the screen, the lens is cracked. So that's why you can't see the whole thing. I forgot all about it. So y'all please forgive me. This used to be my favorite device to go on because it was sturdy, it's light, and like look at what it's giving. It's giving cool, you know. It's not the best megapixels, but it really gives out a good, nice, smooth finish. Okay? That's what you want. Y'all know what? Need some more eyebrows. So yeah, oh yeah, I forgot I dyed half of my eyebrows. They just going back. So maybe to dye them back brown or something. Uh-oh, we got 1, 2, 3. 3 more. See, they showing up. But in about maybe an hour or so, it's gonna be time for them to get up, get some breakfast and stuff like that. If they're going to the maid shelter out here, which is the rescue mission, if they go in there, they'll have to be there at 7 o'clock on the weekends. It's 7 o'clock on the weekends, 6 o'clock on the weekday. Which I'm like, dang, it should be the same time every time because you're not doing it because of the public. You're doing it because of the people who are there. And a lot of those people have to go to work, and 7 o'clock ain't going to hit it. 6 o'clock might if you need to go at 8 o'clock and you riding a bus. It barely might. But 8 o'clock, no. But anywho, back to what I was talking about. I literally got a lot of attacks. A lot of attacks. A lot of spiritual attacks. As a matter of fact, I thought about leaving because I was getting attacked so much, you know, by this woman. And she wasn't the only one. She was not the only one. Let me tell y'all that. Excuse my little clothes and my get up and everything. I need to walk back home, so I'm gonna do that because I know either they're gonna try to camp in and get a little bit of hours of rest, and plus it's Sunday, so since you know this building doesn't open until about 1 on Sunday, they get more time to rest. Ain't nobody gonna be bothering them. This is the city that focuses on church. It's called the City of Churches. Wasn't always that, y'all. It was. This is, yeah. I ain't gonna get into detail about why it was changed, but definitely wasn't that at the beginning. Um, if you know, you know. Um, but a lot of people are not gonna be trying to bother them, so which is good. So they can go and get their food if they need, if they don't have a job. Um, Contrary to popular belief, a lot of these people work 2 and 3 jobs. I know when I was homeless, I worked 2 jobs. I did makeup and I also worked at a factory. I worked at a couple of factories, as a matter of fact. I did. Um, and so, yeah, I did. What else? Mm, what else, y'all? Because I need to get it. What else I was about to say? Shoot, y'all. I don't forget what else I was. I forgot what else I was about to say. Oh yeah, I was getting attacked by not only that lady, but I started. It was people who saw and literally told me, the lady that was attacking me, what was going on. At the Holy Spirit that already told me. And you know what happened? This is why I am adamant. I am adamant on people learning the spiritual realm and understanding that you shouldn't go to people who are fortune tellers. I don't give a care if you are a believer or not. You need to understand, because most people who can see can take, if they are very in tune with what they doing, and they not on about balance and peace and harmony. And just because somebody said they are, don't mean that they are. People be lying, okay? If somebody can see, there are some people who can see your destiny, see your greatness, and see things about you that most of the time you can't even see. There were people that was like that for me, and I tried to stay around them. You know why? For one, not just because, they can help me get to where I'm at, but even if they took it, if I'm that close, I can get it right back. I can get it right back. Okay? And it's going to formulate. It's got to go that way. It's got to. Okay? But there were people who would take my gift, who would see something and try to even take something for themselves. Take stuff for themselves. Okay? And it started showing more than ever. And this is how you will know. Some people will be super nice to you until they get what they want. Then they gonna jump out of the bag on it. What the heck? Jeez Louise. We won't be going down this one. We're gonna go down the other way, y'all. But yeah. So that's what was going on. Jeez. That's what was going on. I literally had to fight. There was nothing that anybody could do. I would go to churches and tell people, tell the pastors, tell the ministers. Some of them didn't even know what I was talking about. Some of them act like they didn't know what I was talking about. And some of them did. And some of them tried to, tell me, oh, go with God, do this, But for the most part, y'all know. No. No. I knew I wasn't going crazy when I said, I knew I wasn't going crazy. But I said what I said. And I said what I said. When I said it. Okay, so anywho, I literally had to pray. So that was my whole thing, dealing with spiritual wickedness. And not only that, there were people who, y'all, I've had a good amount of hits. Sometimes people will see you when you're weak, And like I told you, they was taking extra stuff that was pilfering. You know, it tells you in the Bible who could take down, who could rob a strong man unless he be blind. You know, and you get blind and you at your weakness. That's when the enemy try to come and get you. That's when the enemy try to come and put them things on you. And you gotta have enough courage and enough stamina and enough sense to say, nah, but you know, like, or to move around, or to move around. Okay. I will say I tried to move, but let me tell you about it. Let me tell you about it because it is very hard and people don't understand it. If you feel, because some of these people will go nonstop. And this person, I know she did. She went nonstop, but it's backfiring right on her. It's backfiring right on her. Just like God has showed me years before. And I forgot all about it and I just let it go. I let it be. And I ain't even gonna tell y'all what God, but you know what? When you use wickedness, you always have a price to pay. People always try to renew it so they won't get as much of an impact because they know eventually you're gonna have to go through something. You know, that's what people who deal with this, they understand. You know, the balance of positive and negative forces. That's what I'll say. They'll understand the polarity. They understand that. But what they try to do, a lot of people would try to lean more to the positive and let somebody else take that negative and then try to protect themselves so it won't come on you. But eventually it will. Eventually. If you keep playing with fire, you're going to get burned. Okay? But on my end, I literally had to the point where I wanted to go and fight back dirty for dirty. But I know that was God reminding me. So I knew that was you know, God reminding me that I'm his and I have to follow a certain protocol when I deal with people. And I can't, in order to be clear for him and to be open for him, and I'm going to repeat this, I cannot be full of hatred, anger, bitterness, envious, none of that stuff. I cannot be part of that. You know, you have to let people be who they are and don't let them taint you because they're drawn to you. You're not drawn to them. That's why they're trying to find you at every set. That's why they're trying to get into you every single second. That's why they're trying to still have that's why they're still trying to tear you down anyway, because they see something good in you. And I knew, especially with this person. And another thing that I noticed is that, you know, I know y'all like, well, what about the guy? One thing I noticed, like, when you don't go through this, I don't understand why he ain't even thinking about this either. This what made me kind of question a little bit. And I talked to God about this, but God gave me some clarity on it about being ignorant, you know, because he is from the islands too. And not to be funny, but a lot of people, they go to alternative measures and alternative means because they see the outcome and they see that it worked. You know, there's a lot of people who are on drugs, who are on that stuff just to lose look, just to lose weight. They do it just to lose weight, just to stay, instead of doing it the right way, because they know they're getting results. Okay, same way. I should have been over here. I forgot all about this. Same way. Okay, same exact way. Okay, and so yeah, he was just so dumbfounded. You know, and I'll say the special prayer for that. Listen, God, show me if that's it, you know, even if that's happening, you know, because I keep the distance. Like, I don't want none of that. When I say I don't want none of it, I don't want none of it. If it's not from God, I don't want it. You know, I don't want it at all. And so, yeah, but like I said, God has shown me that, you know, what that person was lacking was huge ignorance. Like huge ignorance, because you think that if you around somebody, I don't care what nobody say. You know, when I found out that one of my relatives was practicing this, it took my heart away. It does something to you, because you never believe that it's gonna happen. You just never believe it's going to happen, but it happens more than ever. You know, and luckily, I can't even say luckily it could, they wasn't doing it towards me, because if they doing it towards somebody else, in the family, and you find out, who's to say they wasn't doing stuff to you too? you know, who's to say? Nah, I don't put that past people. I don't. So I know me, and finding that out, about family members that I thought we was on the same path. Imagine being around somebody who you took vows with, and you finding that out. It's gonna take you, and you're gonna be talking to yourself. You're gonna be talking to yourself, because you're gonna be like, no, this can't happen. First, you're gonna be trying to, no, this ain't it. They just, no, it can't happen. No, like, yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Not only did they do it, they did it on purpose. They did it when it, because you don't turn to that side without having intent. You don't do that without having intent. So you can't fool me. That's what you can't do at all. Don't nobody be going to Insomnia Cookies no more since what's the name be open? What's that, Cookie Crumble? Baby, Cookie Crumble. They need to have later hours, and they need to have another one. They need to have one downtown. So, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, so I had been dealing with that. I had been dealing with this, for so long, and it was just like, God, why? Like, let this go. Like, please remove this person from doing this to me, because I'm not even studying him or her. Like, y'all not. Like, I am not. And I know people will say, well, that's the consequences of doing it. No, it's not. No, it's not, because I was clear and intentional. Nothing was hidden from her or him. Matter of fact, she was the one that was clarifying stuff to me. So, no. But there are people who do this and try to drain everything out of you. So, tonight, what you do is, I don't get too much afraid of it no more, because I know to whom much is given, much is required, and it's almost like a game piece. It really is. If it's almost like, kind of like Super Mario Brothers. Okay? It's like when people say, or Sonic, tell you that. When people are hitting him and trying to knock him down, he's getting points taken away. But when he goes and fights and he gets the rings, he gets double the points back. That's kind of how you really living in this world. So if somebody does witchcraft on you, and you are a believer, okay? Not even a believer. Not even if you're a believer. If you were stronger and you had more spiritual strength, because there's some people who do that, who find out, who come across somebody who is deeper than what they think they are, and they get humbled and they get bowed down. And not only do they lose what they don't get what they was trying to take from the person get that back, but they lose and the person dominates over them. That's wickedness. But in the spiritual realm, when you're dealing with God and you know that God is your creator, let me tell you something. When you pray to God, because God, you ain't telling. People think that when you pray to God, you like, oh yeah, well, forgive my enemies, and you want everything good to happen to them. That's not how it is. You just say no. You're praying because God is your avenger. God avenged those. God is merciful. God is merciful. So God will seek out the justice for you. If you put it into God's hand, he has no other choice but to come and defend you. Just like the gods that they serve, or the entities that they serve, when they're, doing all this stuff on you, they have made a contract. They made a contract. This whole world, this whole system is built on contracts. Okay? Everything that we live in, our constitution, is contracts. People think it's law. It's not laws. It's contracts. 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 Okay? So once you get that and you understand that, you can sit in your authority and be okay. And just do what God tell you. Why? Because the rougher they get, the more that headache they're going to get. The more, if you stick it out, and you whop that baby, God will send people to help you. He'll send angels on your behalf to guard you and to protect you. I'm a living witness to that too. And not only that, you'll rise above them. When it looked like you was getting taken down and it was overcoming you, baby, let me tell you, God, my God, he will get up and make that thing new. Not only that, he'll make it better than it ever was before, to where the point they be looking so miserable, crying, wishing that they never even went and did what they did to you, because the only thing that they really did was make you shine more. You know, this is what happens. That's why I say I don't go into fear anymore. But sometimes it can get overwhelming because you're like, dang, I'm just really tired of it. Like, why don't you just go somewhere and stop? Because you're not gonna win. It's like it's time consuming. I would not say it's worth it, because it is time consuming. But it's to the point where it's like, sometimes to the point it's like you feel like you just want to break. You feel sometimes like you want to break. I was getting windy. Jeez. Oh, did y'all see that? That was kind of neat. I don't advise anybody to be walking in the night. I will always say that. God just gave me that ability and that covering to do that. Not suggesting anybody do this. When I go and do my presentations and I ask for assistance from people, you know, a lot of people will be like, well, can they go out and, you know, do this, especially if it's a female and they're older? I definitely highly don't recommend it, and I tell them right off the bat, I don't recommend it. Like I said, I've been given the grace to do this. None of this stuff, I'm not saying that I'm big bad, but I've been given the grace to do this. This is what I was called to do. And so, when you understand that position and you know that you're okay with everything else that goes around you. You know, you're okay with it. You feel more at peace no matter what's going on. What else? So yeah, I literally dealt with a lot of evilness from this woman. And I have not even said anything. I've never said anything to him because, and one day, this was so crazy because one day when we was hanging out, he literally brought up something that was really creepy. And he talked about it, and he was like, it just scared him. And I was like, no, let's see. I didn't try to add on extra stuff because sometimes people would try to question to see if you know some stuff. You know, especially if somebody's attacking you or in cahoots with attacking you, you know, that they behind the scenes. Some people would just try to see what you know. Some people would try to see what you know. So, be careful with that. Sometimes you gotta be like, oh, okay. You know. And I remember he said, he was talking about how he saw this person trying to do, just doing stuff, weird stuff to me. Y'all, I don't know. I really don't know why. Excuse me. I really don't know why I feel like I shouldn't finish this. I'm gonna finish this in my car because I'm gonna follow the spirit. I'm gonna finish this in my car. I was gonna go home because I'm right here and finish this, but I'm gonna finish this in my car and be obedient. And ooh, I want to be quiet because I think my dog, she got to be asleep, because if she wasn't, she would be barking right about now because I'm close to home. Anywho, like I was saying, I started seeing those attacks. I started seeing that stuff, and he saw some things that I hadn't even told him about. And he was like, it was so uh he said it was so weird. Like it was so weird to him, but he was gone. And so, um, whew, after that, began to go ahead and pray. Did I park up? No, I parked over here. I began to go ahead and pray. It was sound kind of empty, and just get my thoughts together, get myself, you know, in an okay feeling, an okay spirit, and to be able to, navigate, move around through the day, y'all. That's basically what I was on. Okay. Um, but I noticed, like I said, I noticed that uh things started getting deeper. Things started getting deeper. Uh, things began to get a little bit weirder. Let's see, why is this? It's like every time I park. Usually I don't park backwards. So hey, it is what it is. Um, a little bit of privacy, so we all good. What was I about to say? Oh yeah. So he had saw me in a dream, and he described something that he had never seen, that I knew that he wasn't tripping. And I also knew that he had a gift too. So, um, he had a gift. Um, oh God. He would go and tell me about the dream that he had, and he was like, it was so crazy about um somebody chasing me. He was like, it's just a dream, but I was telling him, like, it couldn't have been just a dream. Like, this is how naive, because he's like, you overthink everything. Like, no, no, that kind of scared me too, because I'm like, God, do I really need to be with this person if they that close-minded to the spiritual realm, especially how we are now, and being someone from the Caribbean, what goes on. Like, it was like, just nah, like, yeah, everybody know about, when people be doing duppies and sending duppies and all that, but let's just pray. Let's just pray nobody did that, Let's just pray, And, but yeah, he ended up telling me a whole, like, he couldn't have made it up. He couldn't have made it up, because how he described everything is exactly how everything is. So I knew, and you're just not going to get it. Uh-oh. You're just not going to get that out of... Come on now. You're just not going to get that out of the blue, okay? I'll tell you that. You ain't going to get that information out of the blue. It just don't come that way. What else? What else? Shoot. And so from then on, that was another thing. it kind of made me kind of scared about when I started praying and things like that, because I was telling him what I saw. You know, I was telling him, I didn't tell him everything, but I was telling him about how I felt like I was literally being followed, you know. Ooh, I was being followed, and that was kind of weird. Weird for me, to me, or me. Oh, yeah, well, we won't be going this way. Okay, let's go this way. We won't be going this way. That's kind of weird. I have to switch up rides. So, back to what I was saying. I started seeing the craziest stuff just happen, pop off and happen. Like, when I say I can't make it up, I can't make it up. When I was going through this warfare, I would lose jobs. People who would like me, would love me, like love what I do, and then I'm gonna say the next 3 weeks or to a month, they would hate me for the same thing that they said they liked me for. Like, no joke. So don't be surprised when you go through this. Don't even be surprised. Okay? Don't be surprised. What was that all about? What else? I think that's it about dealing with that. I just went through a real hard time with that, you know, and I wanted to describe that because I know people, you know, talk about it, and they talk about it a lot now, but a lot of people just only know the small sides, and they don't tell you why. Like, you don't get attacked if you don't have a call into your life. You do not get attacked. I'm going to tell you this again. If you are doing something truly wicked, there's going to be a real rare chance of you getting attacked. Unless you just violated somebody intentionally. And even then, the person who, if you did that and somebody was wicked and they're trying to attack you, what they're going to try to do is get you to go and do something more opposite of what you're supposed to be doing. You know, they don't really have to super attack you because you're already out of the will of God, you know. And I don't want it to go into super religion. I'm telling y'all, like, you really need God. That's the only way you're gonna be able to overcome some stuff like this, because they not dealing with you physically. That's one thing. When you're dealing with people who deal with witchcraft, they are not dealing with you physically. You know, they are dealing with you spiritually. One of the ways you can tell if somebody is doing this to you, I told you, your finances will be up, or you start seeing. I started noticing, I had a couple of people who was trying to go and do this tourist thing, you know. They would get jealous of things. One thing is, if your life always been up, and I mean, not to say that everybody don't have bad times, but you going up, you done worked hard to get to this point, and you next to this person, they life this way, and all of a sudden they going up and you going down, and you working yourself off, you losing thought, you losing everything. Yeah, you can guarantee that's what it is. You going, and God he always send you hints, he always sends you clues, yo. He'll tell you, be thinking like, no, that can't be true. No, it is. So get the praying. Get the praying. If they gave you something, give it back. Throw it in the trash. They gave you any kind of amulet, any kind of necklace, a ring, give it back. I had somebody who did that to me in middle school, y'all. in middle school. Like, didn't understand it. My grandmother used to never let us have stuff. Like, if somebody gave us something, give it back. We don't know who they are. Literally. Like, and we was like, why are they giving us nice stuff? Like, why? You don't know where that came from. You don't know if that can harm. You don't know what they prayed up. You'd be like, that's why I said I learned about the spiritual realm very early. Very grateful for it, because, yeah, people learned that people are like that, and growing up, you don't think too much of it. When you get older and you start seeing it, yeah, it's kicking. Oh. Another thing is that you start seeing your finances go, or this is what I literally had to deal with recently. Okay. You used to work somewhere and that person was working somewhere, and now all of a sudden it's like y'all swap roles. Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure that they was on something. No, for sure. Okay? I don't want you to second guess it at all. Start praying. Start praying that God restore you and put things in its proper order in its place. What's the other one? You start feeling tightness around your head. Clear tightness around your head. Okay? Don't even hesitate. And this tension, it's almost like it's something in there. It's like a whole band around your head. It's them. It's them. And the person that God is bringing to your man, start praying for them. Pray for them. Ask God, if that's the person, God, deal with them. Deal with them. But clear my heart and my mind, God. Vengeance is yours. Deal with them. Deal with my enemies. You said you avenge those who avenge me. You'll be a friend to those who are friend to me, and an enemy to those who will be enemy to me. Therefore, according to your word, God, I ask that you avenge those who have tried to seek vengeance on me, who are trying to take me out, according to, for your name's sake. You gotta be like that. You have to be. If you are not, baby, then they'll get you. Maybe they'll get you. Tell you that. They will. They will get you. They will get you. They will get you. Okay? And so, why are you turning? Oh, wow. And they turning back around, baby. I ain't going down that street then. I ain't even going down that street. But yeah, you see that. You feel things rolling around in your stomach. Another thing that I was having these fibroids. I would have fibroids like crazy. Like crazy. Y'all know how many times I done tried to get pregnant. The fibroids come and then stuff disappeared, then they back, then they getting bigger, they clustering up, all this stuff. Like, doctors don't know what's going on, all the regular stuff like it's supposed to be happening. You have symptoms and stuff that's happening to you, and the doctor's saying ain't nothing wrong with you, but they see the stuff, they don't know where it's coming from. Rest assured, that's what it is. It is what it is. Rest assured, my homie. Okay? And pray to fire God on those people. Good God, Restore to me what is it given you. Found the thief, God. I asked that you find the thief. You said when the thief is caught, it has to repay you what they have stolen, plus 7 times of what they've stolen in an order of their substance. So that means you're getting 7 times, repaying you at least 7 times of what they taken from you. And not only that, or order their steps in. So that means continuously a portion of what they have. And that contract is still good to this day. It really is. It really, really is. We need to take back our authority and believe in what it is. Because a lot of other people believe in it more than we believe in our own faith. But that's what it is. It is what it is. The price is the price. The fee is the fee, baby. That's the requirement from when you steal and you get caught. Okay? And so, yeah. Why he ain't going? Oh. When I talk to my friends about me, look at what you did to me. Didn't choose to even need to. But yeah, people, they really don't understand that. Or they come across people who don't know that word. You know, this what shows you who is a believer or not. You know, I even had to get closer to my word. Going through this will help you get closer to God, get closer to your word, get closer to your purpose, and you start seeing what life really is about, and start seeing who's in make believe land and who's not. You start seeing it, and we're seeing it more and more and more, more and more and more. But yeah. So when you come across this, I will say, don't get into fear. If you do acknowledge the fear, because you will, I ain't gonna say you ain't gonna be fearful. The more you start seeing, you be like, oh my God, oh my word. But just understanding that God is with you, and if God is with you, who can be against you? Nobody. Whoever is against you don't matter. They are nobody. Even the devil himself know that he is no match for God. Okay? And so, I should need to put 2 more people sitting at a bus stop going to sleep. So once you acknowledge, even if you do get fearful, don't stay in that state of fear. Keep going, keep moving, and do what you're called to do. Because the enemy, the only thing he tries to do is kill, steal, and destroy. But he'll try to do it through fear. He'll try to do it through fear. Okay, fear of you letting go of a job. Y'all still have to deal with this. Okay, fear of letting go of a job. You know, the job is over there overworking you, underpaying you, treating you like you crap. Like, no. Not only that, letting go of people because you feel like, oh, I can't get nobody else, or the enemy will do that. Everybody moving away from me. Everybody, during this walk, I'm gonna lose everybody. I felt like that too, because you do lose everybody that's around you, just for the most part, when you walk with authority and you really walk with God, because you start finding out that there are a lot of people who say that they love God and they really don't want to do the work, so they would jump to any and everything just to not do what is required of them. They would do things that feel comfortable. Once it get hot, we as humans want to run and do stuff that is not for us, which doesn't help us in the long run. Don't help us. And it's gonna make you go back around. I noticed that myself. If you don't fix it out this time, it's gonna go back around the next time. If you don't fix it the next time, it's gonna go back around. So learn what you need to learn before it get out of hand. Learn what you need to learn before it get out of hand, or before you lose your opportunities. You know, because your opportunities do get slimmer once you get older. I don't care what nobody say. Your opportunities get slimmer as you get older. I don't care if you're a celebrity or not. It's gonna get slimmer. Okay, so where did this car come from? Because I know they can't even go down that street that way. That was so weird. I went down the wrong way. So, yeah, with that note, I am going to roll off on here. I just wanted to give you guys something to think about, and what I had to deal with, especially this morning, because I know this person is still doing this stuff and they're trying to bring extra stuff. But I'm not even afraid anymore. It just was getting on my nerves, so I had to go take a break. But I'm going to go in there and I'm going to clear my house by putting on the scriptures, decreeing and declaring. Put some olive oil on there, anoint them doors, anoint the entryways. It's going down. So everything that they sent, let it fall down to the ground. It's already cast out, you know. So, and then not only that, God is going to restore me even more because I'm following him. I'm following his precepts. So, yeah, on that note, I'm going to get off of here. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. Bye.